Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is The Walking Dead and Random Things, episode number 7. It's hard to believe that we've got 7 of these already. It's blowing my mind how fast time flies when we're doing this stuff. So just want to say what's up to all of you. Thank you for spending your Monday evening. I know it's hard to watch the news these days because it's just crazier and crazier stuff that shows up, but I'm glad that we can take a little bit of break and leave our reality behind to a certain extent and get into some random stuff. So thank you so much for all of you for being here once again, and we got some pretty good topics I think tonight, and we got a few other topics that we're going to delve into as well. So I see a few people. Hopefully everybody's feeling a little bit better. I know my mods have been under the weather. I think Moody's had a rough time, and I think Dark Angel's been having a rough time. So hopefully the rest of you are in pretty good shape and pretty good spirits. So let's get this thing cranking and see what you guys want to talk about. I haven't seen Tommy McCandless yet. He is my enforcer, and he is going to be telling all you guys to slap that like button or Lucille the like button. And if you got some additional topics you want to talk about, post them as well too. We're going to be scrolling along here. Weird Walking Dead Theories has already ironed both sides of the like button. That's pretty impressive. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear for all of you guys. And I have a lot of fun with these because time flies. We're doing these. We just get off on so many different tangents. But I did warn you yesterday that we are talking about rompums or bro rompers. We got to get it out there. Just got to talk about it. You saw by the thumbnail, Cam Newton is making these things stylish and famous. And I saw on the 999 Army page, someone posted a picture of Negan with Lucille and said, this is exactly what I'm going to do if I see some of my friends wearing these rompers, these bro rompers, those things. I have been challenged and tasked with finding a pair that for the summertime, so I'm not going to rule it out. It's a possibility. Just say no. We got people saying, just say no already to it. No, no, no. You know, the more you say no, the more I want to try it. I just might have to do it. Yeah, it is a rompum. We have to talk about it, but we are going to segue that into some other fashion faux pas or I guess things that we liked. I don't know. Fashion is just one of those things. It seems like it's trendy and then it's out, and it's trendy and then it's out. So I want to ask the group here, tell me some fashion things that you look back on and you just wonder what they were thinking. And the one fashion thing that just pops in my head for whatever reason are, we were talking about Prince the other day, and then we were talking about Michael Jackson. Do you remember what was the jacket that Michael Jackson used to have? Remember the red jacket that had the zippers all over it? Has anyone seen those, or did anyone own one of those zipper jackets? Just kind of curious. I am not even talking about fidget spinners, Tyler. Just I can't even have a conversation with some people without a fidget spinner like all up in my face. Disco pants. Parachute pants, there you go. Jams, spandex. It's a lot of stuff. How about the, what was things that Olivia Newton-John, it was a Thriller jacket, right? And then, you know, not only was Thriller jacket, but let's think about like slogans for shirts, because everybody wants, what was Panama Jack? Wasn't that a brand? Beachcomber Homer, some type of surf sex wax or something. I don't know. There's so many different. And then what's the place down in Florida? Is it? It's not Don's John's, but what's the surf place? John something surf place. Where's Kel Says Smile? I know she's from Florida. She'll know what I'm talking about. Ron John Surf Shop. That's what it is. I don't know why I was thinking Don's John's. Just all kind of fashion stuff. Black leather like Bon Jovi. Members only. There you go. Members only jackets. There you go. LA Gear. Yeah, we can open up a whole can of worms with this. What's going on? Visors, headband, leg warmers. Leg warmers. I'm thinking, wasn't that the Olivia Newton-John, like from physical videos, the leg warmers? Skinny jeans. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to go there. Trev's like, now I hear everything. Okay. Yeah, Ron John. BKs, yeah. I remember your BKs. I mean, if you're going to bring up BKs, you'd have to bring up my Adidas as well. Fanny packs. Oh, I'm loving the Crocs. Anyone, speaking of Crocs, anyone ever buy any like gator skin handbag, gator skin shoes? Just kind of curious. There was a you guys may not even know this with the gator stuff, but I know all you guys remember Prime Time. So Deion Sanders, and two-sport athlete, so he could do football for the Cowboys, football for the 49ers, baseball as well. But also, what a lot of people didn't know is Deion Sanders had a brief and very, I would say, unsuccessful rap career. But he had a song called Must Be the Money. And so Sean Cobra's like, I have gator boots. So something like, I don't know the beginning of it, something with gators on my feet. I get so pampered every day of the week. My drop top bends when I'm with my lady friend. But anyway, the name of the song is Must Be the Money. And if you think I'm like really out of key, you should listen to Deion Sanders try to sing that. So, yeah, it was pretty bad. As bad as I just made the attempt, and it's probably going to sound worse in the playback. So yeah, fashion was something that I just knew with the, sometimes fashion has changed just to be fashionable. And I don't know how I'm going to feel about the bro romper, but I'm going to try it. Why not? I'll give it a go. If I don't like it, then I'll report in and let you know that I was unsuccessful. I wouldn't chalk that up as singing, Eric. That was just more of a kind of mouthing through the lyrics of it. Gator tail. Shanny, what does it taste like? I already know. People are going to say it tastes like chicken. Frog legs. What are you going to say it tastes like? Tastes like chicken. What does chicken taste like? Tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken. That's how they describe it. Because like when I went to Nolans, they have that. Like gator bites where you can get it. It's just like chewy chicken. What's up? Gage Grossman is back. Thanks to all of you guys for being here. And a lot of people have slapped the like button. So there you go. I'm liking it. Emmy, Desiree Bacon, I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm buying it. So let me ask this question. Is there a color preference for my bro romper? I'm taking request right now. Which color should be my initial introductory bro romper? What's going on, Matt? Nice new logo, Matt, by the way. Clem fans. He says, if I see a guy wearing a romper, we're fighting. You know what? You live like 20 minutes from Cam Newton, so hey, I got him on record. AJ says hot pink. Go with the hot pink bro romper. No. I refuse to go with that color. Black. Yeah, it's definitely got to be solid black. Black is slimming. Black is slimming, then what is hot pink? Hot pink is not... Wouldn't that be slimming too? Harley Davidson orange, fuchsia with white stripes. Okay. All right, we are going to transition out of the, I think 10 minutes is enough on the fashion issues. But some good call-outs. I think we went a little bit down memory lane. A couple people have suggested this for a random things conversation. But I guess the nature of how we're going to bring it up, there's a lot of speculation as far as when The Walking Dead is going to end. You know, we could say that the old man Carl theory is out there, whether Rick is going to wake up in a coma, those types of things. But let's transition away from The Walking Dead. And I want you to think back to some television shows that ended, and either they were your favorite show or you didn't like the way they end. And I'm going to go first. Usually I wait for all of you, but most recently, Grimm. Grimm ended, and I didn't want it to end. I mean, I liked the show. I thought it added a little bit of that alternate reality. It was kind of cool just to be taken away, and I was really getting into the characters, and the characters were getting funnier and funnier, it seemed like, in the last couple seasons, and then show's gone. And the way they left it, it ain't coming back unless they're going to... I'm not going to tell you what happened. Well, actually, it's a spoiler channel. I am going to tell you what happened. But after everything happened, and you see their kids grow up, you realize the only way that Grimm can come back is with their kids. So, Breaking Bad. We see some Breaking Bad fans out there. Firefly, Lost, and Dexter. Lost was, Lost was kind of like Grimm for me. Like, I love Lost, and then all of a sudden, at the end, when you're speculating, I can't say I wasn't a little bit disappointed by the ending with Lost. Loved everything about the show until it got to the end. There's Harley. She's like, I was not done with Grimm either. Dexter. I have not watched Dexter. I've been about to watch it several times, and I wanted to just binge watch it, but I know it's a great show. A lot of Lost fans. What's up, Carol? Hey, Carol, I'm glad you made it. Thanks for being here. Sopranos. I didn't watch Sopranos either. Dexter, Lost, Jericho. Wow, we got some real binge watchers, I think. The only shows that I'm really committed to right now, and I will do Fear the Walking Dead, Grimm. I did watch The Arrow for a while. I kind of phased out of Arrow. Love The Blacklist and Blacklist Redemption. So, yeah, I'm a big fan, and obviously Walking Dead. What's up, Great Dane? I see you too. Rugrats, Whispers, Jericho. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and watch Dexter. Oh man, wouldn't it be great, Alex, if Lost was on right now and I was doing spoilers and live streams and all that stuff with Lost? That'd be great. It's been analyzed and picked apart so much it really couldn't do anything with it at this point, though. American Horror Story didn't really care for a whole lot, to be honest with you. I watched maybe 10, 15 minutes of it and wasn't something I was going to get into long term. Jimmy Neutron. I'm just burning, doing a neutron dance. Is that the Pointer Sisters? Maybe. I saw Neutron and I just started thinking about Neutron Dance. Which shows would you like to, well, this may be a little tough. Some of those shows what about Moonlighting? Wasn't that, people probably don't appreciate Moonlight. Who here ever watched Moonlighting? Watched just some of the old TV shows that were out there with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. Just curious. X-Files. X-Files was good as well. But a lot of them are pretty recent. Are there any? There you go. Hardy Boys. Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, I don't want to jump too much into that topic, but yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, just with all the Confederate flag issues going throughout the country right now, it's I lost my flavor for Dukes of Hazzard. One of those things you watch, I guess, at some point. But yeah, I'm not even going to open that can of worms and touch on that. Moonlighting, there you go. We'll stick with that. Knight Rider reboot. One thing about Moonlighting was is one of the first shows where they would acknowledge the audience and just get it so far off a script. There would be a script going on, and then Shakespeare. They would just throw random Shakespeare in there. Pretty awesome stuff. Do bees beeth? Do bears beareth? Yeah. Bruce had some good stuff there. MASH, didn't go back and watch all the MASH episodes. I'm sure it was a decent show, but didn't see all of that. Okay, a lot of good shows, and what I want you to think about a little bit is what's a show that you'd like to bring back? Like Baywatch, obviously. There's a movie out there now. Could you bring back a show like Moonlighting or a show like MASH or something? If you could bring back a show, what would it be, like The Jeffersons or something? Good Times, or I don't know, just shows that are legendary. What show would you like to see sort of rebooted and brought back today? Cheers. I think I watched a little bit of Prison Break, maybe when it was on. 24. Some people want to see, Emma McKaylick wants to see Full House brought back. Twin Peaks. Oh, we got some Full House fans in here. One Tree Hill, Northern Exposure. Good Times would be great. That's a show I would like to see remade. Bring back Lost and fix the ending. I mean, they did, somebody says Kojak. I mean, they redid Hawaii Five-0, right? Full House is back as Fuller House. The Waltons. Oh, Knots Landing. What about, hey, Jill, do you remember what the original before Knots Landing, you know what that was a spinoff of? Night Court. Bull. Remember Bull? Three's Company. Oh, just some awesome. When they reminisce over you, my God. A lot of reminiscing going on. I'm just waiting. Yep, Dallas. There you go. Dallas and then Knots Landing. The original cliffhanger. Okay, so we got some good show data. I got to throw this out there because I read an article and it did bum me out a little bit because I should have ... So here's the article, and let me give you a little bit of the history of it. It's so much money on the table. It's not always about money, but it is sometimes. A great idea or something that you were directly involved in. So I know a lot of people have played online games. One of the original online games that you could play and buy cards online was Magic the Gathering. And if you don't know, there was MTGOX, which is the Magic the Gathering online exchange. And you're able to make purchases through this MTGOX and buy through Bitcoin. So in 2010, the price of a Bitcoin was 8 cents. Therefore, a month later, after Bitcoin came out and the popularity started growing a little bit, you could get a Bitcoin for $1. Huge, huge upside. So 1,000% increase in the first month, right? So a lot of us played that. But here's the deal. I just want to get to it and throw it out there because this is what the article said and it just reminded me, kind of slapped me right in the face. A $100 investment in Bitcoin in 2010 is worth, here, if you guys have not read the article, then let me let you guess right now. So in 2010, if you would have just put $100 into Bitcoin in your Magic the Gathering online account, or there were some vendors that took it, anybody want to take a guess of what that $100 would be worth right now? I know you've heard the stats of like if you'd have bought Google, you'd have bought such and such. But I just want you guys to throw some numbers out there because it's going to floor you. And it's not like it's buying Coca-Cola 80 years ago. We're talking about 7 many years ago. Somebody might have saw the article, so you may know the answer. So we got Tyler says 2,000. Bitcoin is 2,000 today. Yep. It's about 2,300 today. Somebody says 500K. $2,000. 2 million. So a $100 investment in Bitcoin in 2010 would be worth $72 million today. So I read a follow-up article to that, and they said that a person in 2010, there was a pizza vendor, he bought 2 pizzas with Bitcoin, and they said that pizza purchase today would be worth $20 million. So can you imagine just the, not a lot of vendors took it, and I know it was very niche type of thing. So 3 years ago, I opened a Bitcoin account, and I was going to buy just not a lot, but $400, $500 worth. And at the time, I think Bitcoin was $280, $300, something around there. It had already kind of obviously went up from the 8-cent mark, and I held off on it. There were some other things that I went. Facebook, most notably, which wasn't a bad investment. But yeah, I decided against the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin might have been right around $300 per coin. But you can even see a $1,000 investment even 3 years ago. Not the huge upside, but it's $2,300 today. So it would have been almost a 10 to 1. So pretty good payback. So the question I have for you, and everybody has those. I know a lot of times you say, no regrets, no regrets. What are some things that you feel like you should have done or you might have missed out? They don't just have to be financial. They don't have to be like, I should have invested in Google. I think that's the big thing that everybody wants to do. But what would you like to... Moody Girl wants to invest in bananas. For the life of me, I have no idea why. So, things that you feel like you should have taken that opportunity, gotten involved in. Had to throw it up as a topic. It's just one of those that's kind of been thinking about a little bit. It did. Real Bitcoin, I think, went up to... I think it had went up to like 500 or 600, and then it dropped back down to that $300 range. Walking Dead's like, I should have finished my science fair project. Might have invented something. Peace, Eric. Thanks for dropping in. Pro ball. Tommy, pro ball, like what type of pro ball? Football or baseball? We'll get to that in 1 second, Nanya. Lindsay would have applied herself a little bit more in high school, played Major League Soccer. A model volcano. What's up, Wilson? Baseball. Cell phones. What do you mean, Steph? Cell phones. Like invested in cell phone technology? Just kind of curious. Tyler, I don't know what all it's used for. I just know it's a international form of currency. I don't know how to ever use it. I wouldn't use it to buy anything. I would just invest in it like, you invest in it like you invest in gold or currency or anything else. I think the appeal to it is that you can use it for things that are harder to trace, probably. Harley was offered a job in Cali and didn't want to move. Going back to Cali. What is the what is the banana thing? You guys are freaking me out with this with these banana hints and clues. Developing apps or video games, right? I'm sure we got some game makers out there. Or invent something that tastes like bananas, but isn't really a banana. Oh, there you go. Emmy says, should have bought Walking Dead comic art at the beginning. You know, that's probably a good example. That might be the biggest regret, is think back on either the cereal boxes that you had or a comic book that you had and threw away or a baseball card you threw in a shoebox. I mean, all of those things, if you go back, it'll probably drive you crazy. Or original Nintendo games that are probably worth thousands of dollars right now. Yeah, all of that. You know, Brene, you can still become a photographer, and it's easy. Just walk around with a smartphone, take pictures of cool stuff. You'll catch somebody in the act of something, and then it'll go viral. That's the way it happens these days. Yeah, or what about like your parents or grandparents or people that had like Elvis albums or just things that are worth so much money? I can't imagine. It's hard to find that stuff now because so many people out there with these treasure hunting shows where they're going out trying to find these hidden treasures. You can't find them anymore because there's people that's all they do is they go out and look for those hidden treasures. Anyway, that's my brief moment of regret. You won't hear it again, but yeah, Bitcoin just brought back that just that little bit of. I know I bought Magic the Gathering cards. I just don't know if I used Bitcoin or not. I don't think I did, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I did pass on it a couple years ago, so yeah, it could have been a little bit of an opportunity. But now there's Bitcoin. There's this one coin that starts with an E. I don't know, euro something. And then there's Litecoin. So, and I'm not giving you financial advice, but I think Litecoin is maybe $19 or $20 for a coin. So who knows? Maybe Litecoin will turn into something. Could be a second wave of it. But I did not tell you to invest in Bitcoin or Litecoin. This is a financial disclaimer. Okay, moving forward. Let's talk about. Let's get away from regrets. Regrets are always tough. I did want to talk about Walking Dead technology. There are what Walking Dead technology would you like to see? And the hard thing with the show is it's hard to really pinpoint what time and age and how long they've been doing this. So you assume it's somewhere around now, 2000, what do you think it is? 2010, 2012, somewhere on the TV show? I don't know if they're as current as we are based on the amount of time. If you had to guess, what would you say what year they're in? And then let's think about some technology that would be nice for them to have. So we're getting some, I don't think spears or technology. Moody Girl's talking about CB radios. I don't see any exotic cars. But there are some things, maybe it's not even technology related. What are some items, though, that should be very apparent? Maybe, hey, maybe not a lightsaber, but you could, why can't they steamroll a Toys R Us? I'm just wondering where all the cool stuff is in The Walking Dead. I would like to see them just absolutely get into a costume shop or a Toys R Us and dress. What if they dressed as a walker? There has to be some zombie costumes out there. Do you think the zombies would recognize them? I know it's the scent. And, you know, you got to kind of smear that stuff all over you. But I'm just surprised nobody's like, hey, you know, there's got to be a mask or something. I'm going to dress as a walker and see if the walkers actually recognize me. I would say Toys R Us is probably my favorite store, so I would definitely be looking for some technology there. And how come none of them dress as Negan? There's some good cosplayers out there. You know, maybe dress as Negan, roll up on one of the outposts. Hi, I'm Negan. And even if they know you're not Negan, they're not going to know who you are because you're going to be dressed. Even if it's Rick, they're not going to say, hey, you're really Rick Grimes. You could pull some stuff off, I think. I think we need that element of humor and a little bit more creativity. Technology would help. Grocery stores have pretty much been looted. I mean, that's the first place people went. They went after food. But a Toys R Us or a costume store? No. And in the comic book, I mean, they did have a Walmart. That's what I'm talking about, Tommy. I would have sharper image. I would have some foot massagers. I'd have one of those neck chairs that you sit down and just sort of rubs your neck a little bit. I'd have one of those things that you could, you know, you press up against your face. It's like a bunch of pins, but then you can put like an indention, and then you take it off. I would definitely have an Etch-a-Sketch. You can do a lot of cool stuff with an Etch-a-Sketch. Had some microphone problems there when I was. Yeah, what other what's the coolest toy ever at Toys R Us? And how many of you just go in a Toys R Us? I mean, yep, that was going to be an immediate timeout. You're definitely getting 300 seconds for that. Nunya, real quick, and then we'll get back to the Toys R Us discussion. I do think at some point Fear the Walking Dead will roll over into The Walking Dead because I think they're going to have to. The show doesn't get more popularity. We'll see. We'll see how this season goes. Lindsay's going there for the kid. You know, you go there for your kids. I'm going there for myself. Whether it's Nerf basketball or whether it's a Nerf gun or something, Walking Dead, action figure, I'm just going to pick up something. Tommy says little Tommy drags me there almost. He doesn't drag you there. Don't use him as your excuse to go to the toy store. That's on you, buddy. So, Walking Dead technology, are there some things that you could see at Toys R Us that would be beneficial? If exactly, somebody just hit the nail on Trevor Grimm. Ding, 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 you get the award. Why are we not taking like radio-controlled cars and just driving them around to lure the zombies? Can you imagine? A herd? All right, look, Rick and Michonne, they get in the car, and they got this cable stretched, and they got dynamite, and it's really dramatic, all these things. And then, you know, they drive the car, and they slice, you know, a couple hundred walkers in half, and then they still must get eaten. You could scratch all that, take one radio-controlled car, and just all the walkers would follow you off a cliff. Anything that makes noise. You just drive a couple of those things. Drones. I don't know if they have drones yet. They may not have that technology, but certainly, I doubt very seriously that the 1,000 Toys R Us stores or KB or whatever, there's multiple toy stores. They didn't all get looted because people need food. So there's got to be at least 1 billion radio-controlled cars floating around in the United States. Why? Why are they not using them? Just want to know. Sharp objects. Yeah, I guess you could use some of them as tools as well. I mean, you could put a piece of dynamite on one radio-controlled car, drive it over, boom. You can blow up a whole herd of walkers. Got to be more creative. Toy helicopters, yeah, with cameras, I don't know. I mean, that's newer technology. Like, I don't think they're out there, you know, using GoPro. What about batteries, Fernando? There's got to be a ton of batteries out there. No, no, no. Lindsay, they're not in the country anymore. Well, okay, Atlanta was a big city, and then they were out there. They're in Alexandria. Alexandria is like, what's the equivalent of Alexandria? You can throw a rock from Alexandria to D.C. And then Baltimore is an hour away. Richmond is 2.5 hours away. So where they're at in Alexandria, there's a lot of stuff. I can personally tell you, in Alexandria, there's at least 2 or 3 toy stores. And if you go up to Arlington, which is not that far from Alexandria, you got like Crystal City, you got Pentagon Mall. There's a lot of toy stores up there. The other thing, music. They tried that before and it worked so well. Why are they not setting up more music operations? There has to be a way to play music. It worked, you know, keeping them all in that little truck where they had them. You got to do more of that. I mean, they got, you know, not to mention, there's some things at Toys R Us that could work as food. You got those little ovens that you make the little cakes and stuff in. I'm sure there's some of those still floating around somewhere. I'm just saying that The area where they're at is also not the most realistic. Arlington's a little more, or I'm sorry, Alexandria is a little bit more grown up than, where they film at. And you got the Pentagon, but I'm sure the Pentagon was probably, see, that's what I don't understand is if they're in Alexandria and the Pentagon is probably 20 minutes from Alexandria, got to be something major going on over there. There's a lot of distractions going on. I mean, why didn't they push forward and just really get into hardcore DC? Oh, the talking dolls. Yeah, but some of those you got to pull the string to make them talk. But there are definitely some noisemakers. All right, we definitely have gotten into the technology. Just some things to talk about. And then this was brought up by one of my subscribers, Play-Doh. Yeah, there's probably. Can you imagine how much Play-Doh is out there? Well, that's a good point, Jeff. I mean, they're waiting for the snowfall in Alexandria, and about 2 years ago there was 3.5 feet of snow in Alexandria. So, but it ain't ever going to snow when they're filming in Atlanta. We can pick some of those things apart. I mean, I know it can't be perfectly realistic. This question came up, and just want to talk about it a little bit because this has to do with a little bit of flashback, and there's a little bit of a theme. We talked about some older TV shows and some fashion, but time travel, and a couple of and this actually been brought up by multiple people, and I just decided to do it this week, but it has been a common suggestion, either fast forward or back in time. So just random thing, if you could go back in time, at what time period would you go back into, and why would you go back to that time period? Just curiosity. Could be the 90s, because I'm telling you, 90s had some good music. Yeah, exactly. The technology of the Pentagon, somebody is at the Pentagon. Legos are evil. Lindsay, you might be the only person I've seen refer to Legos as evil. Quantum Leap. That's it. Hey, 80s. Trev, he says, what about the 80s? What about the 80s do you like the most? It's curious. Israel, 1942 or 1981? Why and why? Oh, that's a good sentiment. 1991 to save somebody that I love. Definitely having that power would be pretty awesome to be able to go back and make some of those changes with friends and family members. Shanny D says the 70s would be the furthest she'd go, but definitely enjoyed the 90s. Somebody, Motley Crue? Late 60s, social changes. Dinosaur time. Jimmy G wants to hang out with the dinosaurs. Jamie Jordan, be a boss back in the 20s. There you go. That's about the time of Prohibition too, right? In the 20s? Thanks, Iraq. 1969 hippie vibe. Yeah. I gotta imagine, though, with the hippie thing, I didn't experience it. probably not all it's cut out to be. I mean, it looks kind of fun, but I'm sure there's some drawbacks to it. Permanent brain damage, a lot of doctor visits. Yeah, there's a lot of things that probably I don't know if that would be the time period I'd go back to. The 90s, though, overall, I think had a lot of just cool stuff happening. A lot of technology, too, around that time period. That's a good question. No, you wouldn't retain the knowledge that you have now. You know, it wouldn't be like you could go back and buy something, because there's a lot of movies like that where, they knew about the stock market and then they go back in time and they invest in something and then, no. I'm just saying to not to go back and stop something that you could stop, but to go back and to experience something. And I think that's where it'd be a little bit tough, Moody, because if you didn't have the power to change that, then you would have to experience that over again, which would not be a good experience. So if that was a kind of a dark time, yeah, that would be tough. And I think for me, I'm just trying to think of like bad things that happened or things that I didn't enjoy. And I think for the most part, though, yeah, the 90s were pretty smooth. Yep, millionaires were made in the Great Depression. Well, millionaires were made during the bank scandals and the housing market collapse in the early 2000s as well. The Big Short, right? Yeah, I called it time travel, Shanny, but it was just more, I guess, if you could go back and experience a time. Well, no, it would be time travel. Like you see westerns, and in the westerns, people are playing poker, and somebody cheats and they just shoot them. Like they don't think twice about it. And you wonder how much of that was just normal. It was so barbaric, but at the same time, it was just an accepted practice. So, wow, if you think that was only a couple hundred years ago, and look how far things have evolved from being able, somebody looks at you the wrong way. What? You saying I'm cheating? Bam! That was it. Just no thought about it whatsoever. Question surfaces. Kills. Do you watch anything besides Walking Dead? Yeah. Well, I did watch Grimm. Don't watch it anymore. It's gone. But I do watch The Blacklist. Wait a minute. Kelsa Smile says, I would want to be on the Titanic. You want to be Rose? I mean, who would you want to be on the Titanic? There's a whole lot of people on the Titanic that I would not have wanted to be. Drowning is not a thing that I want to experience. Which is a little surprising, Kel, because I've experienced some really rough weather in Florida because I lived in Florida for a while. And, sometimes you can go out just on a boat. And, a lot of those little excursions, you just go to the other side of a lake, you go out somewhere, and all of a sudden the weather just gets nuts in no time at all. You can get caught in some bad situations. So I'm not a big fan of drowning. I don't even want to. I don't even want to. Samantha says drowning isn't so bad. How would you know? How would you know drowning isn't bad? Clearly, you haven't drowned, or you wouldn't be in this chat. It's bad enough. It's not peaceful. There's nothing peaceful about drowning. It's like suffocating. 6, 7 minutes of just not being able to do anything in your life, your whole life going through your eyes. To me, that would be like the worst thing. It was like that movie, You see those movies? I don't remember what it was. Does anybody know the movie where the shark, um, shoot, it's not Jaws, so don't say Jaws. There was this movie where they, I guess they fell off the boat or something. I'm trying to remember what the heck it was. Anyway, the shark ate the camera. It was like two people, I think, left, and they were swimming along, or they were trying to wait to be rescued, and these little small pools of sharks just kept coming up, and you knew that one of the people had gotten eaten because when they found the shark, they found the person's camera. Somebody help me out with that. Let me know. Let me know what the name of that movie is. It's not Jaws. It's not Orca. It ain't Sharknado. No, no, no. This was a it was supposed to be like a, I thought it was like a supposed to be a documentary type of thing. But it's from the perspective of a documentary. Somebody will know. Finding Nemo? Are you kidding me? They were out on this boat together. I don't know. Maybe it was, shoot. Could it be Into the Deep? I'll let you guys know in the next Free Willy. You're killing me, man. So they fall off, right? They fall off the boat and they're looking for them, and then the boat leaves them before they realize they're gone, and they're just kind of treading water. There's two of them, and then the shark takes one of them down. One of them kind of gets bit in the ankle, and then you think that they're going to live, and at the end, like, they find the shark and they find the camera. I don't know. Maybe open water might sound right. Dark water. So my point to that is they either got eaten by the shark or they drowned, neither of which would be a stop it. Flipper. Dark water. Yeah, maybe dark water sounds right. But there's weather, and there's something kind of cool about water, but there's also something scary and mysterious about water too. And if you've been on some of these beaches, especially like Cocoa Beach, Tampa, those areas, at night, you might think the ocean is beautiful, but it does have an eerie type of feel to it, like a desolate. You know, when you're looking out and you don't see land on the other end, and yeah, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not afraid of the ocean. I actually like the beach, but you know, I don't want to be out too far. That's all I'm saying. Don't know how we got on this topic. Oh, I know how, because somebody was talking about dying in the Titanic. See, you bring up the Titanic and drowning, and it just opens up a whole other realm of possibility. All right, and the last topic, this is not into the deep, open water. I don't know. Well, I'm just going to guess. I just want to know the dumbest superpower in the world, and we are going to stop the chat at that. So think of all the superpowers that are out there. Not time travel. It's not a superpower. And what is the dumbest superpower that you can think of? Because there was one episode of like the Green Lantern. I think he had a piece of kryptonite and he just made a green bubble and had Superman inside that bubble. And Superman was done. He was done. There was nothing. And I think Batman and Robin might have came and helped Superman. I don't know why Green Lantern was tripping that day. But it was like, I think it was one of the Justice Leagues. So just kind of wondering. Talking to Fish, Aquaman. Yeah, I'm not a big Aquaman fan. Wait, growing fingernails? Is that a superpower? Talking to fish. Confirmed, open water. I'm going with open water. I'm going to write that down, and I'll check it, and I'll let you know exactly. That sounds right. Stretch man, like what? Like Stretch Armstrong type of thing? What's up, Buffy Batcave? I respect the water. I think that's a good thing. Mineral Man? I don't know. I don't know Mineral Man. Samantha? The power to make any song annoying. I can do that. Remakes usually make songs annoying for me. That's a topic for a different stream. Wonder Woman's lasso of truth. You don't want to be able to throw a lasso around someone and get the truth out of them? That seems kind of cool to me, Lindsay. I'm missing a lot of these superheroes. I don't know. I don't know Captain Underpants. Reading thoughts can backfire. Yeah, I don't want to spoil Guardians of the Galaxy. $6 million man, we can make him stronger. Get the truth without a lasso. Hey, whatever works. But, you know, back in the day, that was 20, 30, actually probably longer than that, 30 years ago. Nunya, will a cure be discovered in The Walking Dead? Yes, I think so. But by that time, civilization is eroded. So I don't know that they can ever rebuild to be any sort of even close to what they are right now. Wait. I don't think Steve Austin is a superhero. I think he's a professional wrestler. Stunning Steve Austin. Know who that is? All right, and you know what? Everybody has to have a favorite wrestler. I don't know why. I lied. That's not going to be the last topic. Okay, leave your favorite wrestler in chat right now, and we're going to wrap up the stream. It has been 57 minutes, so this is a full stream. We're all over the place. We went from the bro romper. What else is there to talk about right now? Crazy fashion stuff, as a reminder. Shows that we didn't want to see end that ended, and also we were reminded of some of the shows that we'd like to see remade. We talked about some regrets, sadly. Also, Walking Dead technology definitely would pillage a Toys R Us. Time travel, crazy superpowers, and last is your favorite wrestler. And if you don't like wrestling, then don't pick one. I'm just kind of curious, just to see whose favorites are out there. Just one of those, oh, Bret the Hitman Hart. Bam Bam Bigelow. But neither one had like a fire tattoo. Razor Ramon. Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's it. It wasn't Stunning Steve Austin. My bad. Andre the Giant, Sting or Raven, Mankind, Stone Cold. Not as many Rock fans, I thought. I thought there'd be more Rock. There you go. There we go. Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog. And what about Greg Valentine? Rowdy Roddy Piper. Rock and Roll Express. Jim Cornette. The Midnight Express. Harley Race. Dusty Rhodes. Vern Gagne. I'm going Iron Sheik. There you go. All of the above. Undertaker. And the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I don't think Apollo Creed was a boxer. But Apollo Creed was better than Rocky Balboa, in my opinion. Just saying. The British Bulldogs. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. We've got some random stuff. Hopefully, we added a little bit of lightheartedness to your Monday afternoon. Been a crazy day, a lot of crazy events going on all throughout the world. But we get a chance to sort of block some of that stuff out, get in here and just talk about some random stuff. couple announcements. If you guys want some topics for random things, send me a message on Kick at KILZHOT. Also, a reminder, we will be doing Walking Dead Spoiler Chat. Our Wednesday Walker edition will be Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Sunday mornings, early in the morning, well, somewhat early, 11 a.m. Chill with Kills. We do a little bit of gaming stuff. And, of course, the Sunday Spoiler at 7:30 on Sunday night. And we'll have some new information coming out for you guys on Wednesday night. So new spoiler information is always surfacing. So thank you for everything that you guys do. Yeah. Dean Amber, a lot of cool wrestlers out there. And it is shout out time. So I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. Tommy, if they have not slapped the like button, go ahead, do some enforcing. Do what you got to do. Maybe, put them in a Ric Flair figure 4 leg lock or wrestling hold. While I'm doing shout-outs, you guys want to throw your favorite wrestling maneuver in there, like a finishing move. What's some of those, like the sleeper hold, the Cobra Clutch, Sergeant Slaughter. So let me know your favorite wrestling move if you're a wrestling fan. If not, we'll just do shout-outs anyway. So thank you, Jewel Deal. Appreciate you being here. Moody Girl, Dark Angel, Tobin McLeod, Weird Walking Dead Theories. You got it, 999 Army. You guys get over and also check out the 999 Army fan page. A lot of fun with that. Tyler Johnson's like a popsicle on a hot summer day. Jamie Jordan, thank you. Maddie Jordan, thank you as well. Appreciate you being here. Gene Atkins, Samantha, thank you. Israel Marion, Jimmy G, what's going on? Great Dane, AJ Jepson, Trevor Grimm, Lindsay Luke, thank you. Appreciate you being here. You make my Monday better as well, too. Steph Richardson, Kel says, smile. Thank you for being here. Nunya. Appreciate that. And The Walking Dead Insight. Thank you for that. Trev Heath. Sorry you didn't get the volume worked out initially, but at least you got to hear it halfway through. Kelly Golonzinier. What's up, Kelly? Golonzinier out. Who else we got? Fernando Corona. Little Michon. Thank you for being here. Sue Smith. Pleasure as always, Sue. Emmy Desiree Bacon. Aaron Music. Kristen McBride. You have a good night as well. Teresa Brown. Appreciate it. Hey, better late than never. Tommy Sweet-Ass McCandless in the house. Joshua Fett. And who else we got? Jimmy Henry. Likes to pile driver. Pile driver was a rough maneuver. I ain't going to lie. And who else we got? I'm just checking out some of these wrestling maneuvers. Some of these, they're just like flashbacks. Rebecca from Texas. AJ Jepson. Who else did I forget? I did not see Lisa G or Angela G. Didn't see either one of them. Area. I'm telling you, if you separate it like that, it's not area. It's like A space Ray. But okay, we'll go with area from now on. I'm not giving any banana shout-outs. I'll give some Bro Romper shout-outs, though. Joey Price, what's going on, man? Tobin McLeod, appreciate you being here as well. Clemson Fan 96, representing the South Kakalaka. Is that some wrestler used to refer to South Carolina as South Kakalaka? I don't know. I guess it's like a Cadillac reference. Don't even know where that came from. Storm 3851. Thank you, Northside Queen, for being here as well. A wrestler theme song. Ruiner 187. John Nasser. I don't know if I have a wrestler theme song. Is there a popular wrestling theme song other than like, they're mostly musical. Alex Kamen, thank you for being here. Trevor Grimm as well. Christoph Mueller-Olsen, appreciate you being here. Wilson. Every time I see Wilson, I think of the volleyball. Rial, thank you for being here. Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I think I got most of these shout-outs today. So it is almost time to get out of town. So we're going to drop it right here. And let's see. Randy Orton, can't do that. But I don't know, some Matchbox 20 for you guys on the way out. She got out of town on a railway, New York bound, to call except my name. Another alien on Broadway. Eye the tiger, it's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. It's not a wrestling theme song. But somebody did bring up Rocky. So I guess Eye of the Tiger is appropriate. I'll I don't know if you guys want some 1 or 2 line serenade exit songs, outros. Send me a message on Kick and let me know 2 or 3 lines of a song that you would like for me to completely mangle in the next live stream, and I will hit you up on Wednesday night and let you know who the dedication is for. Thanks, everybody. You guys have a wonderful night. Hopefully have a good Thursday or Tuesday. Whoa, I'm already on Wednesday, and I will see you all Wednesday night. Doot, 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 doot. Sugar Ray. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's 4-post bed. Somebody was talking about Sugar Ray the other day. All right, we're going to stop it on Sugar Ray. Thank you once again. See ya.